What is up, my mates of YouTube? My name is Aussie Marcel, and in today's video we're going to be recommending 5 great men's scents you can pick up for about $20 Australian or under. So if that sounds good to you, let's get into the video. It used to be that $20 when it came to fragrances couldn't really get you a whole lot, but nowadays with everybody budgeting and trying not to spend money unnecessarily, that $150 bottle of Dior Sauvage isn't very realistic for most people, and my ethos on this channel has always been recommending affordable fragrances for everybody. So with that in mind, my first fragrance that I will be recommending today is Nautica Voyage Sport. Everybody talks about Nautica Voyage, but barely anybody talks about Nautica Voyage Sport. What I love about this fragrance is that it is a brighter, slightly fruitier, more effervescent version of Nautica Voyage. It's a little less spicy and a little more fruity with this gentle, clean musk vibe. Perfect for a younger man, perfect for anybody that's looking to make that easy transition from an Axe or Lynx body spray over to a proper fragrance. It performs about the same as Nautica Voyage, so with about 4 sprays you're looking at about 6 hours plus performance. For that $20 price point, it is quite good. This is going to be one of those scents that's going to get you compliments even in the cold weather. A little hack for you guys is that wear a nice summery fresh fragrance in the colder weather. You will stand out, you will stand apart from those people that are wearing heavier, more cloying, sweeter fragrances. This is one of those scents that I love to wear after I shower.
What do you get when you mix Jeremy fragrance with a bag of Coke?
Come on, man, not tonight. Please, please, for the love of God, not tonight.
9 million followers on TikTok.
Next up, this is going to be like a 2-for-1 because one of these scents is going to be pretty much strictly for men over the age of 25, even over the age of 30 really, and one is going to be more tailored to somebody under the age of 25. So for about $15 to $20 Australian, you can get Puig's Quorum, which is a classic men's fragrance, or for about $15 Australian, you can get Michael Jordan's Legend. Legend is for the younger man. It is a much sweeter fragrance. It kind of reminds me of pancakes with maple syrup. Really great for the colder weather. It's probably a little sweet for my tastes, but it is a fragrance that I appreciate. It's got this kind of like distinctive late 90s vibe to it. I get coffee, maple syrup, pancakes, sugar, caramel, with a hint of musk in the background there. This is definitely a gourmand. It's sort of got this edible quality to it. You know what? I actually think people over the age of 25 would wear this one as well. It's kind of nice. It reminds me of French Connection 3, if you've ever smelt that one before, which is another affordable scent. It's getting pretty hard to find though, whereas I've never really found any difficulty picking up a bottle of Michael Jordan's Legend. I mean, for that $15 price point, it rivals some of the better Nike men's scents as well. It's gonna last for about 8 to 9 hours with 4 sprays. Check this one out, but if you're after something more old school, go for Quorum. This has this beautiful clove sage spice to it. Definitely old school. You get the smokes, you get the leathers, you get that aromatic punch to it. It reminds you of something that maybe your grandfather would wear, but in a nice way. It's definitely got a vintage quality to it. If you want to stand apart from somebody, you know, that wears a lot of Paco Rabanne 1 million or something like that, this is definitely going to make you stand out. It's very old school, but it's a beautiful smelling fragrance. Quorum's performance isn't bad either at about 7 hours with 3 sprays. Solid, and for a solid price as well. Next up is one that I've covered recently, and that is Whiskey Black Op by Everflor. $20 Australian is going to get you a Dior Sauvage clone. And let me tell you, I was actually pretty surprised by the quality of this one. It actually is very comparable to the classic Dior Sauvage, or as it's known here in Australia, the Johnny Depp fragrance. This is going to appeal much more to a younger crowd. It's a little softer and more graceful than Dior Sauvage. What people love about Dior Sauvage is how intense it is, how strong it is. Even the EDT is just very overbearing. It's something that you only need to wear one spray of, but blokes here in Australia, they'll douse themselves with the shit. They'll cover themselves with 10 sprays. It's very unnecessary. This is a softer, more gentle interpretation of it. It's still strong, don't get me wrong. And it also has this almost licorice note that Dior Sauvage doesn't really have. It's subtle, but it is there. Once I was smelling the tester strip the other day, I picked up on it and I can't not smell it every time I put it to my nose. But for that $20 price point, you get something that's gonna last 24 hours. It's a 24-hour scent. Spray it twice, pay 20 bucks for it. It's an easy recommendation. And the final fragrance that I will be recommending tonight is David Beckham's Aromatic Greens. On the back, it's a long-lasting eau de parfum, a scent like a walk through nature, green, grounded, and a moment to reflect. What I like about Aromatic Greens is that it's a unisex scent. $20 Australian. Although in Priceline, I did see that the new David Beckham fragrances were on sale for only $15, so do check that out. Obviously, it's green, it's aromatic. You almost get this fir resin, this... I don't know, it's got this pine tree quality to it, it's got this sappy quality to it. It's almost got this spearmint chewing gum vibe to it as well. Definitely some sort of mint though. Performance is solid as well, at about 7 hours with 3 or 4 sprays. This isn't a super strong scent, so you can over apply this one a little bit and get away with it. You're not going to stink out a room. But you may get compliments because it smells different, and I like that about this fragrance. It makes you question whether or not somebody's even wearing a fragrance. It just has this lush, natural quality to it, and I love fragrances that don't smell overly strong. Aromatic Greens is absolutely worth checking out, and it's probably my personal favorite of the new eau de parfum lineup of the Beckham fragrances. I mean, they've been out for a little bit now, but of all of the recent eau de parfums that Beckham has released, this is my favorite. Anyways, let me know in the comments below what your favorite cheap fragrances are. Try and keep them under $20, simply because I think that's a very affordable price point, and you're not just getting some sort of $5 cheapy drugstore knockoff. Some of those are okay, but for the most part, these are brands that people are comfortable buying. Anyways, until the next video, my name is Aussie Marcel, and I will catch you guys around.